As of now, Sauti Sol has 10 acres via Goshen in Imbuko, and we plan to build the most beautiful artist retreat that's an eco lodge and that is one with nature. I first understood the concept of land ownership when I was in class 7. I must have been around 12 at the time. My parents had bought a piece of property in Ongata Rongai, in a place called Ngoroi, which is just past Rongai. And we went as a family to see the piece of land. My dad was really excited about it. My mom wasn't, because at the time we lived in Kilimani, which was 5 minutes from town, very close to all amenities, you know. We had built our whole lives around that Kilimani area. And now here was my dad saying, you know, things are not going too well for us as a family. We need to now build a home where we don't pay rent. And that was about the time my parents both lost their jobs. So as a family, we were going through a very turbulent moment. And the rent in Kilimani was becoming too much for us. My dad had a bit of savings just to build a house. And so we built like a semi-permanent in our 1 acre plot in Ngoroi. And that was my first experience with, land ownership. Like I saw how that piece of land came to rescue our family at that time. For the first time in my life, I was in a place where, first of all, there was nobody in Ngoroi during those days. I went to a local primary school not too far from our house. Like I used to walk, I think, maybe 2 kilometers to school. And I remember even those moments when the chief used to say, matangazo ya chief, leo shule ishe mapema, because we have an infestation of hyenas from wherever. That was the park. That was the wild, wild west. As a city kid, it really excited me moving to that side of town because of, just, this was nature. It was different. We didn't have electricity in our house, but that house was what rescued our family. We would have been homeless. That's the first time I saw the importance of having land. In 2019, we were recording our album Midnight Train in Johannesburg. And we were flown by Universal. Actually, in Johannesburg mainly, but all over the world. Universal flew us to Europe, Universal flew us to America. And I realized there's an industry in creating spaces where art is made. So it was a dream for us to build a retreat where we could get out off the grid and just go and create art in the wild. Also, very late in my life, my wife took me for my 30th birthday to the Mara. I had never been to the Mara because I grew up not being able to afford to go to the Mara. When I went to the Mara, I had a psychedelic experience in the wild. Like, I didn't know the power of seeing nature in its rawest form and how much it inspired me to write. Every time I left the game drive, I went back into my tent and I would get my guitar and I would be inspired to create. So it became a dream between us to be able to have a place where we can create art. Enter Goshen. And they walked up to us with a proposal how they could help us fix our lives in how we own land. And it's something that a lot of our fans also look out for us because they don't want to see us broke. They don't want to see us not having anything to fall back on. And I would never say that Goshen approached Sauti Sol because they saw the star quality and the potential. Having known Solo and Aika more, I realized that they look out for us more like brothers, just to make sure that we don't make any mistakes in our quest for ownership and for those things. And often thoughts become things. And when you speak something so much, it comes to existence. So enter Solo and Aika with this beautiful parcel of land in Imbuko that they were trying to sell. And we just had to go and check it out to, first of all, see if, just to do basic due diligence. So that BN is not talking on the internet about a piece of land that he hasn't seen. So far, we've been to Imbuko twice. Imbuko is 25 kilometers from Amboseli National Park, a few kilometers from Shimba Hills, and You have a beautiful view of Mount Kilimanjaro every morning. And I don't think there's a place to make better art than in Imbuko. So as of now, Sauti Sol has 10 acres via Goshen in Imbuko, and we plan to build the most beautiful artist retreat that's an eco-lodge and that is one with nature. We're not coming there to spoil the flora and the fauna, we're coming there to integrate and to live in harmony with the animals that are there already. And guys, I'll be very honest with you. When we were speaking about Imbuko, so when we were speaking about building the lodge, we spoke about it from the beginning of COVID. And less than 6 months after speaking it, Goshen walked into the door. And then I think I don't believe in coincidence. So I feel like our spirits are one. And I can't wait to see also the partnerships we're going to have in future.